Hello, welcome back to JJ's Bakehouse. I'm Ginny and today I'm going to be showing you how to make vegan buttercream. So, it's really popular for people nowadays. Here are my vegan cupcakes. You will find the link to those in the little drop box here where my recipe will be. So hit this little funny arrow thing, my recipe will come down, and also the link to my chocolate and my vanilla vegan cupcakes. So, let's start. Now I'm using this block of butter here. This is Flora plant-based butter, and this is the unsalted one. They do a salted one as well. It's 250 grams. Now you can use any block butter that is obviously vegan. I just like this one. So we're going to put that in straight away. We just wipe my hands, that was extremely oily, obviously. Okay, and then this needs to be whipped and whipped and whipped. Same as we always do buttercream, until it's light and fluffy. So this goes on now on a medium to high speed, as close to high as you can get towards the end. And we're going to get so much air into this. So I will see you in 5 minutes. Keep stopping and scraping down if you don't have a creaming paddle. So get that speed up, get this whipped. See you in a minute. Okay, so my butter has been going. What am I doing with my thingy-me-jiggy? Here it is. Right, mine has been going there for about 5 minutes, and it is so light. Look at that. I mean, that's just white. That is so good. So that's where you want it to be. And when you all ask sometimes, how do you get white buttercream? You're pretty much there. If you just beat it, you're going to get white. So that is, the longer you leave it, the more air is going to get in there and the whiter it's going to get. Right, now it's time to add some icing sugar. Same way, this is all the same way as I normally do. So we're going to put a third in. Drop that down. Make sure that you cover the top on a slow speed. Now I'm just going to pop over while this is going and put my kettle on, because I like to use boiling water in my buttercream if it's needed, but it has to be boiling. So I'm going to go and pop that kettle on while that spins around there for a moment, and I'll come straight back. That's been going around for a minute. I've got my boiling water, you can see the steam coming up. So that's all combined. So now I'm just going to put in another lot. Slow again, always slow now. You've got so much air in there, which is what we needed. We want that. It's going to dissolve that icing sugar, absolutely lovely. And we need the slow speed to knock any of that massive air that we've got in there, smooth it out so that we get a lovely silky buttercream. So if you don't have your butter in this consistency to start with, this is where you're hitting on problems. So, okay, that's combined again. Now you will find that with the vegan one, it's wetter. And the reason for that is because it's oil based. Now I often hear people getting very confused. Why is my buttercream wetter? Why is it not holding up? I can't get those crisp edges on the side. And the main reason for this is oil. If you get a block of butter and you look at the ingredients on the back, there should be nothing in it that states oil in any way. If it says oil in any way, butter at room temperature is a block. It does melt, as you know, but at room temperature, oil is wet. So if you have got something that states oil in your butter, it wants to do this, because that's just normal. So you're fighting against that. So if you aren't being vegan, that is the reason why you have an issue with buttercream. So this doesn't actually need as much liquid to it. Now as that's going round, I'm going to pop in my vanilla. So I've got a teaspoon of vanilla going in there. Again with vanilla, taste it. We say vanilla extract because essence is just a flavouring, it's not proper vanilla. When we put this in, every strength of vanilla extract is different. So I could say a teaspoon, and you could be using a different one, and to you, you can't taste it. So always start with a teaspoon and increase as needed. Right. So this is looking really lovely. Let me show you. Now, I don't actually think, I've got my boiling water, I don't think we need to add anything to that, because it being oil-based, it's perfect consistency. Now, if I was to add any heat to that, it's going to melt it more, but on top of that, we need it to hold structure. So all we're going to do with this now is, if you were going to add colouring, now you'd put it in. Now, I like to leave mine with this paddle on for around about 3 minutes. And the reason for that is it's just relaxing everything down. Normally I put boiled water on my buttercream and that just gives it an extra relax. But because the oil's in this, it doesn't need it. So I'm just going to leave it. So I'm going to come back to you in about 3 minutes time when I'm happy that this is finished and lovely and silky. And then I'm going to show you, take half out, we'll use that, and then I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate out of it. So I'll see you in a bit. It's done. So this is looking really, really lovely now. I am going to just put some into a piping bag here so that you can see. So just popping this in. And then the rest I will use for the chocolate. There we go. So we'll just pipe this on. So I've got a 1M on here. Lovely. Always twist to make sure that it's coming through. And we're going to take our vegan cupcakes. And we're just going to go around and around. There we go, look at that. We'll do one more. Absolutely beautiful. And if you've got some vegan biscuits, you can just pop those in the top there. There we go. So that is your vanilla. That's holding up beautifully. The buttercream is a really lovely texture. It's really getting that butter ready right at the start to make sure that it's all right. So now we're going to make this chocolate. So I am putting in my cocoa powder. Again, cocoa powders can have different strengths depending on which ones you're using. Make sure it obviously says vegan on the side of the packet, because sometimes they can say you may contain milk and then that's not going to be vegan. Okay, and we'll give this a little go around. And then this should give you that really lovely chocolate flavour. If you wanted more chocolate flavour, you could add some melted vegan chocolate to this. Or if you wanted chocolate orange, you could melt some vegan chocolate orange into it. Or even put a little bit of essence in. There's so many things you can do that you can add that are completely safe for vegans. So this won't need as much going around. I'm really just making sure that the chocolate is fully incorporated. So always taste as you're going along, just to make sure that it's giving you what you need taste-wise. Right, let's just give this one more go round, because otherwise I'm going to get flecks of white. And I'm just going to get myself another piping bag, and then we can pipe this one out of the chocolate. Right, and the chocolate is ready. If you find that the chocolate is a little bit stiffer, I've obviously only added half the amount to this one. If it does make it a little bit stiffer, just add a teaspoon of the boiling water to it. Really all just depends on, where am I going with this? Whether you need it or not. See, you can tell it's staying on. Right, let's get some of this in. I really like the floral one because it seems to have quite a lot of structure to it. Okay. Right, now I've got a 2D on this one. same again. This is on the chocolate vegan cupcake. And there we go. And we'll do another one. Down and all the way around. And there we go. Gorgeous buttercreams. To those, you wouldn't even know any difference. So I hope you've really enjoyed this. I hope you love the buttercream. Have a look at the recipe for my vegan cupcakes as well, and let me know what you think of them in the comments box. So I will see you soon. You take care. Bye bye.